Alright, so John Cullen with OKRaw.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you coming from a beautiful backyard garden here. And today's episode, I want to talk about being consistent, right? This will cause you to succeed or fail on a raw, vegan, plant-based diet or any diet you want to implement. What I'll be sharing with you guys today are my 10 tips on how you can make it more easy for you to become consistent and eat more fruits and vegetables, because that is what I am all about. This video was spurred on because I started doing raw coaching again, one-on-one with a personal friend that I want to help her improve her diet. And I've been hearing her stories and what she's been telling me based on the feedback she's been giving me, and you know, some of the challenges she has had keeping up with eating more fruits and vegetables. So I'm like, hey, what better thing to share this with my viewers, because I know a lot of you guys may have these challenges as well. And I will say that I'm not taking on any coaching clients. I haven't done in-person or any kind of coaching for many years now. My life is focused other places, but I'm glad to help my friend out that really wants to make a difference in her life to eat more fruits and vegetables. And so in any case, let's get on with this episode. So the first thing I want to mention to you guys is that I want you guys to have a realistic goal, right? If you set too high of a lofty goal that is unattainable, right, then it's not going to happen. You're going to get frustrated and it's not going to work. So whether you want to eat all plant-based, all raw, I mean, these are more lofty goals. Maybe all plant-based is a lot easier than all raw. But here's the thing. I want you guys to create a reasonable goal that you can easily achieve, because I want you guys to build on your successes, not think that you're a failure because you didn't do this perfect thing of your perfect mind of how other influencers may lead you to believe. My goal is just to get you eat more fruits and vegetables. Man, if you just eat one extra apple, one extra, fig or loquat, an extra salad, even some extra greens, some leaves, some moringa leaves, whether you're growing yourself or some moringa powder, right? I want you guys to get more fruits and vegetables in you, and that will displace the other foods you're eating that in most cases are definitely not as healthy. So you could set a goal, hey, I'm gonna eat one extra piece of fruit a day, I'm gonna have one extra vegetable meal a day, whatever it is. I'm gonna eat 2 vegetable meals a day, 1 fruit meal, and then I'm gonna have a heat processed dinner, heated in the best ways possible that I share in my videos. Whatever it is, guys, I want you guys to have a realistic goal. So please set up a goal before I even get into these tips, because that's the most important thing. The way you set up your goal could cause you to succeed or fail, be consistent or inconsistent, because if you have an unattainable goal, you're always trying to strive to reach it, but you always fail, right? Then you get frustrated. You're not going to continue doing it if you have an unreasonable goal. So set a reasonable goal, right? If you're not eating any raw food now, which I hope watching my channel, you're at least eating a small portion, up it by 10%, 20%, 30%, right? That seems doable and easy to me. And have that goal, right? Doesn't have to be the goal for the rest of your life. No, it could be the goal for the next week, or even the next day. Some of you guys need to set day-setting goals. If you have like ADHD, don't try to think a month in advance. That ain't gonna work. Maybe just the next meal I eat, I'm gonna have 50% more raw fruits and vegetables in there, right? But whatever it is, whether you're, so set an intermediary goal for a shorter period of time, and as you keep hitting that goal consistently for a week, then up the goal, up the bar on that high jump to make it a little bit higher. Like, oh, I've been doing it 50% more for the whole week. Hey, I'm gonna move it, jump it to 60% more. Or whatever you got, because I want you guys to be successful in the long run, not just go on this Hail Mary pass, 40-day juice fast, or 120 days, or whatever people do these days. You get done with the juice fast, and then, man, I did this juice fast, which is great because I learned how to juice, but I don't know how to eat healthily after the juice fast. And then you go back to eating junk food, and then you lose all the benefits you got from the juice fast, right? Slow and steady wins the race, and I'll always tell you guys that I've seen so many instances in the past and continue to see where somebody just tries to go all gung-ho, and then they fail big time and basically just go back to their standard diet that they're eating because it's easier. All right, so the first key to consistency that I'm going to share with you guys is I want you guys to have a reason for the change, the reason for going and eating more raw fruits and vegetables, right? Why are you doing it? What is your why? that will give you motivation to keep up on the program and to do it. You know, maybe it's to lose weight. I would say I wouldn't make my, goal to lose weight. I would make my goal to be at a healthy weight where my body wants to be at, right? I'm more concerned about my health, right? And when we are healthy, we will be at a healthy weight. We don't have to focus on the weight. We could work on our health first, and the weight will follow if you are on a proper healthy program. And of course, in my opinion, that includes lots of fruits and vegetables. Now, aside from having the reason why you're doing it, I want you guys to reinforce your reason every single day. Not just read your reason once and then, lose it in the trash can or put it in a drawer or file it in a filing cabinet. No, I want you guys to write it on a piece of paper or a Post-it note or even use an indelible marker on your mirror in your bathroom. Every morning when you get up and look yourself in the mirror, whether you're combing your hair or brushing your teeth, I want you guys to read out loud your goal, right? And then say a little affirmation. I will achieve my goal today because, and come up with a reason, right? If you guys do this every day and read your goal, then you will become more consistent because you have something to strive for instead of just going blindly on your path. My next tip to succeed in eating more fruits and vegetables is I want you guys to be stocked up, right? If you're trying to be a raw vegan, eat more fruits and vegetables, you go to the grocery store and you buy one bunch of bananas and one head of lettuce, and that's all you got to eat for the week. Dude, it ain't happening. So I want you guys to go large, buy large, right? Buy lots of food the entire week so you always have the food available. If you run out of food, you're more likely to, buy something pre-made because you don't have any food to eat, right? And go out and buy things that are not in alignment with your goal, and you are more likely to fail. Now, the other thing that I will say is that, fruits and vegetables have the least calorie density, which means there's a lot of water weight, there's not a lot of calories. So, if you buy a pizza, you could eat one pizza, or you'll have to eat pounds and pounds of fruits and vegetables. And a lot of newbie people don't realize actually how many fruits and vegetables you need to eat, to eat enough calories. I recommend in the past chronometer.com, but basically I want you guys to have enough food available so you guys can eat it. And the other thing is you're going to have to learn how to manage your food, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But the other thing is if you buy a lot of food and it's starting to go bad, then use it real quick, right? Make a smoothie out of those greens that you didn't eat, that you should be eating, right? Make a smoothie out of the fruits that are starting to get ripe, cut off the bad spots, put the good spots in there, make a nice smoothie. Of course, you could also freeze your fruits and vegetables for later use before they go totally bad, right? So keep an eye on it so you don't have any food wastage by eating it, as soon as it's becoming ripe or needs to get eaten, blending it, or even freezing it. Third way to be consistent is to buy higher quality fruits and vegetables, right? I'll be the first to tell you quality is so important to me, right? If I go to the store, like I was just actually at Whole Foods, and I just buy a random box of figs, right, and bring them home and eat them, and then it burns the heck out of my mouth because they're not ripe and they're crap, they're probably just gonna rot in my fridge, honestly, because I'm over eating crappy fruits and vegetables, right? That's something I hate with a passion, right? So I sat there at Whole Foods picking every fig up, right? Don't come after me, because I touched every single fig in that display to buy a pound or two of the ripest ones in the display. So I want you guys to source the highest quality fruits and vegetables you guys could get, because when the fruit tastes better, you're more likely to eat it. And that's why I'm such a fruit snob. I'll be the first to admit I'm a fruit snob, vegetable snob too, right? Let's not forget the veggies. I love high quality fruits and vegetables. And when they taste better, you're more likely to eat them. If you have crappy plums, right, that just taste like nothing when you eat them, come on guys, you're not gonna wanna eat them, man. So visit farmers markets, grow your own, go wild to harvest stuff. So source the highest quality fruits and vegetables that you can. It'll keep you more compliant and consistent. My fourth tip is to buy a diversity of foods. Don't just go in and buy apples, bananas, oranges, and romaine lettuce, right? Go buy apples, bananas, romaine lettuce, lychee, rambutan, white peaches, orange peaches, black grapes, green grapes, figs, right? Lettuce, watercress, spinach, kale, collard greens, right? Buy a smorgasbord of stuff, right? Not only will you be eating more diverse to get more nutrients to feed your body, not only will you be getting more different kinds of fibers that will feed your gut microbiome, but more importantly, you'll be able to better react to cravings. So you get like cravings, man, I'm feeling like something salty. Well, if you bought celery this week, you could eat some celery, maybe with some bananas or even some dates for a nice salty flavor, right? Without having to use additional salt, right? To meet that need. Maybe you're just feeling, man, I want something kind of salty and minerally, right? Well, if you buy seaweed, right, and you have seaweed on hand, like I always have, actually about 6 different kinds of seaweed on hand, including a seaweed blend powder that I could mix in stuff, right, to get my trace mineral needs met, because a lot of foods are devitalized of the trace minerals because the farmers do not add them into the soil. Yes, even organics, unfortunately. And you buy some nuts and seeds and different kinds of nuts and seeds, right? If you just have all different kinds of diversity of food, right, whatever you're craving, whatever you want, you'll be eating it. And you'll be healthier because of it, and also, in my opinion, stay more consistent. 5th way to stay consistent is to display the fruit front and center, right? Don't hide your fruits and vegetables at the back of the fridge because you'll never see them and they'll probably go bad before you get to eat them, right? Bring the fruits up front and center in your fridge so as soon as you open the door, boom, the fruits and vegetables are right in your face and you'll be more likely to eat them, right? Have a nice bowl on your countertop, your kitchen table, or even in your office or den where you hang out the most with fresh fruits, right? That are ripe and ready to eat, right? When you're hungry and you're kicking back watching Netflix or whatever you're doing, right? And there's a bowl on the coffee table of fruit and you're hungry. Oh man, you're not gonna get up and go to the kitchen. Man, there's fruit right there, just grab the fruit and eat it, man. Super simple, super easy. So I want you guys to display the fruit in, easy to access areas, front and center in your fridge so that you always know what you got, and it makes it easy for you to eat it instead of hiding it in the back of the fridge where you gotta dig through all your processed garbage to find the fruits and vegetables. The 6th tip I want to share with you guys is I want you guys to get rid of the junk food and ultra processed foods that you no longer even eat or are maybe saving for emergencies. I know some of you guys save some foods that are really not on your current plan, but you still save it just because, right? I want you to do it like my friend did, and she got rid of all her junk food. She actually went down to the local park and gave it to homeless people that needed food to eat, right? You could also, donate it to other places, maybe if it's still sealed. And of course, I'd recommend composting it, right? Taking it to a local compost place before you throw it away. But yeah, get it out of your house so that you're not tempted to eat it because you still got it. My 7th tip is where I've been really shining lately, and while it is always best to make a meal right before you're gonna eat it, I know a lot of you guys, including me, don't have the time every single day to spend a half hour or an hour to make your salad or vegetable meal every single day. You don't want to take the time 5 minutes to 10 minutes to make a fresh juice every day, and the time adds up, right? So that's why I also recommend, as the number 7 tip, is to batch process your fruits and vegetables, right? That makes it easy. This whole past weekend, I was at a naturopathics doctor's convention, and, if I didn't have my pre-made food, I definitely wouldn't be eating out there, but I wouldn't be eating as healthy. Yeah, I'd still grab fruit to eat, but I had fresh juices, 2 different juices every day at the convention. I also had, fresh raw soup, and of course my cooked vegetables to eat as well, because I have everything prepared in quart mason jars that I vacuum seal. Link down below to my Amazon shop where you can find the exact mason jar vacuum lids and pump that I use to vacuum seal my food in mason jars, and I could make juice for a week, spending 1 or 2 hours one day, and I have 7 quarts of juice. I spent a few hours to make my raw soups and salad that I will then vacuum seal in a mason jar and have that from 4 to 6 days depending on how much I make. I find that if I do it in this way, I save a lot more time because I can have food pre-made in my fridge, just literally grab and go, right? I know when sometimes you guys get home from work, you're just too tired. Man, I want to eat raw, but I'm too tired to make something raw from scratch, right? Making some things raw from scratch should be quite easy, man. Buy some boxed lettuce. It's triple wash, right? And hopefully you don't find any bugs in there. Cut up an avocado, put it on there, and then just dump some fermented vegetables such as kimchi or sauerkraut. That's like my lazy salad, right? So there's techniques you could use, but I recommend these days is to do batch food prep. Being able to store it effectively without the oxygen to preserve it so it doesn't oxidize and go bad faster is really a game changer that I've been using a lot lately. And I believe it could help you guys to remain more compliant as well. My 8th tip to be consistent is I want you guys to always have food available, right? Now, if you're at your house, right, you've stocked up already on the fruits and vegetables, so you always have food available. But what about when you go to work, or when you go to school, or when you're gonna go hang out at friends and go for a hike, or, or when you go shopping for a couple hours that day, right? You're not gonna have any food available, and that's when you're gonna probably grab something else. Oh, I don't have any fruits and vegetables available. Oh, there's an In-N-Out burger. I'm going to grab an In-N-Out burger. You're going to grab a McDonald's. You're going to grab some to-go stuff at some healthy place, right? We don't want you guys doing that, right? So plan ahead, right? This is something I have implemented into my life, and it's like if I'm going out for more than an hour or two, I always have some food packed with me. I mean, I'm crazy. I have a fridge in my car that I plug in that's always running, so it keeps my food cold. I also will take like, just a cooler bag with ice packs with food in there. I'll take a quart of blueberries. If I didn't do any food prep, I could just grab some fruit, take it with me. Some grapes, they're in season and easy to eat this time of year. I always have pre-made juices and vegetable meals that I could just grab and go and be out the door, right? And it's really easy. I like drinking a lot of juice when I'm on the go. Actually, for one of the days of the convention, I actually made a smoothie to go. So I'm vacuum blending a smoothie, put it in jars, and I took it to the convention. I drank the smoothie down there when I got thirsty, instead of drinking a juice, right? So if you guys bring the food with you, you're always prepared. I mean, another thing I do, which sounds crazy, but in my glove box of my car, I have freeze-dried fruits and vegetables, right? You could also maybe store some nuts and seeds in there. So no matter, and that stuff doesn't go bad, basically. So if I'm really hungry, that's like my emergency food. If I'm out somewhere randomly, right, I could open my glove box and eat the fruits and vegetables freeze-dried, right? Of course, the other thing you could do, a little less convenient, is like, oh, I'm hungry, I don't have any food. Stop by the grocery store, man, just buy a carton of blueberries or strawberries or berries or some ripe bananas or other fruit and just buy it and eat it, right? Super simple, super easy. But I don't want you guys to leave the house without having some food on hand. And you might want to even store some non-perishable fruits and vegetables or other plant foods in your car for emergency as well. The 9th tip to remain consistent is I want you guys to assess your food stores daily, right? I have 3 fridges. I'm kind of crazy, but I'll check the fridges each day to see, hey, what's going ripe? What do I need to use today? What can I freeze? What can I use today? Right? And I'll check it every single day so I know, like, oh, I got to eat these things today. And right, and having ripe fruit that's going to go bad, right? And you're like, oh, I got to eat my cherries today because if I don't eat them today, they're going to get moldy and go bad. Then guess what? It's not like you're forced to eat them because nobody's forcing you, but you better eat those or they're going to go bad and you're going to lose your investment in those cherries or the fruit or the vegetable that you guys bought, right? So checking your food stores every day will get you to be more consistent because that'll just be a process. Oh, I wake up, check out my food stores. I know what I got to eat. I'll set that out. I'm going to take it to work with me. I'm going to prepare juices with it. I'm going to prepare salads or soups with it and vacuum seal it. Once you have it processed in a juice or vacuum sealed, right, it stores another additional up to 7 days. So yeah, I do that every day and that keeps me consistent because it's like I always got food that needs to be used and guess what? That's what I'm eating. My 10th and final tip for you guys to be consistent is before you eat anything, I want you guys to ask yourself a question. Will this food that I'm ready to eat, whether it's a salad, a candy bar, or fruit or vegetable, Doritos, I don't know what you guys are eating, right? Ask yourself a question. Hold it in front of you, right? Be present with yourself, very important. Ask yourself, will this food bring me closer or further away to my goal and reason for eating raw foods, right? Or more fruits and vegetables, whatever your reason and goal is. Will it help me lose the weight, right? Will it help me get healthier, right? Ask yourself the question before you put any morsel of food in your mouth with that item, right? And if it doesn't bring you closer to your goals, guys, right? Give the food to somebody else, right? Give it to a friend, neighbor, your partner that doesn't eat fruits and vegetables, right? Don't eat the food, guys. Give it to somebody else who could use it more than you, right? That doesn't have the goals that you have. And that's all right. So I want you guys to ask yourself that question because that may get you to stop eating some of the foods that aren't going to help you get to your goals and dreams, whatever they may be. So you guys just learned my 10 reasons for staying more consistent on a raw vegan or fruit and vegetable or even plant-based diet. These tips will work for whatever kind of style plant-based diet or whatever goal you want to be on. And you know, for me, what it's all about is it's all about being prepared, right? I want you guys to be prepared, right? I'm a pretty pragmatic guy. Tell it like it is. And if you guys don't set yourself up for success, we used to use that at my job, the last job I had over 20 years ago, right? If you don't set yourself up for success, you're going to fail. Having all the food on hand is the main thing you need to do to set yourself up for success. Plus, there's some mind things involved as well. Next is I want to share with you guys 2 bonus tips that are going to help you guys course correct should you get a little bit off track. So my first bonus tip is that when you fall off the wagon, right? Oh, I fell off the wagon, man. I ate some cooked stuff, or I ate, you know, some junk food, I ate some ultra processed food, whatever it is, right? And trust me, you will fall off the wagon. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. I fell off the wagon when I started. My goal was to be like 100% raw, and I had a health condition that really motivated me to stay raw, but I wasn't able to do it 100%. Yeah, there were some times when I binged on some McDougal burritos, you know, oil-free or whatever, and had some baked potatoes in my early years. Nowadays, I'm just not really attracted to any kind of, you know, toxic, overly heated cooked foods like that. But I know you guys will mess up. And when that happens, right, it's all right, right? Don't beat yourself up. And I want you guys to change your nomenclature or the words that you are telling yourself. So instead of saying, I fell off the wagon, right, say, hey, I got a little bit off course, right? Think about it. When a plane takes off to go from San Francisco to New York, right, does it fly a straight line? No, you can see the flight maps online. Flightaware.com will show you the flight maps. But anyways, they're going like this, and then going up and going down, and then they're going to get to their destination. Do they always follow that exact flight map that is set out for them by the, you know, TSA or whoever sets up those, FAA? No. The airline gets off track, like, oh, I'm going this way because the guy went to the bathroom, and then he goes a bit too far, then he course corrects. He course corrects, he gets back on course, and then they end up in New York. And that's what I want you guys to do. When you guys get off track, right, you didn't fall off the wagon, you got off course. And that's all right. The plane gets off course every single time it takes off. I guarantee it, right? It's almost impossible that it stays on course with the extra wind and things that happen. So I want you guys to think, hey, I just got off course a little bit, and then make a change. Make an instant change. Hey, starting the next meal, I'm getting back on course. I don't have to beat myself up for the whole day and like, oh, I'm off the wagon, I might as well just eat crap now, I might as well just go out to McDonald's, I might as well go out with my friends and go to the junk food place. No, course correct the next meal, right? Get back on track, pick yourself up, and keep going to be consistent and to achieve the goals that you set for yourself. You can do it. My second bonus tip is a tip that I recommended to the person I'm coaching. And this is simply have a food journal, right? Have a food journal. Super simple, super easy, just getting a journal and making a note. Hey, today I ate for breakfast some oatmeal, I had some green juice for lunch, and more importantly, besides what you're eating, I want you guys to write down how you felt after it. Honestly, you know, I had some oatmeal this morning with some quinoa and some other things, and afterwards, I totally felt tired. I'm not gonna say I did not feel tired, like, that definitely, I didn't feel super energetic after that oatmeal, right? Now, does that mean I should never eat oatmeal again? Well, that is for you to decide, but I want you guys to write it down, because if you don't write it down, you're not going to remember. Hey, when I eat plums, hey, I break out in a rash, but I eat cherries, man, I'm zinging off the walls. When I eat a salad, I just feel nice and grounded and getting ready for bed. Whatever you feel, put it in your journal. Also, keep track of what you're eating, right? This is going to serve you guys 2 purposes, right? You will see patterns. Hey, when I eat this, I felt this way. When I ate that, I felt this way. Even if you get off track or need to do a course correction, write down what you ate and how you felt, right? My friend recently just like binged on like Little Caesars pizza. She had 7 pieces because she's trying to eat healthy, and she's like, oh, Little Caesars pizza, good. She ate it, and then she puked. So I'm like, she doesn't need to write that down because she's going to remember vomiting all the Little Caesars pizza up, and guess what? She's not going to want to do it again after recollecting on it, hopefully. So I want you guys to recollect and write down your experiences, and then at the end of the week, right, review what you ate, how you felt, and learn from your experiences and how you are going through this transition. Super important. Also, at a later date, and this is extra credit, you guys could also actually, because you've written down what you've eaten, you could actually take what you've written down, what you eat, and then put it into Chronometer.com to make sure you're eating enough calories, getting all your vitamin, mineral, and amino acid needs and essential fats needs met when you enter that into Chronometer. I mean, that's extra credit because we just want to focus on getting you eating healthy first. Once you're dialed in and do it consistently, then you can take some of the data, put it in Chronometer to make sure you're doing it properly, getting enough calories, getting all your nutritional needs met that are easy to track. So I think that's pretty much it for this episode, guys. Hey, did you guys enjoy this episode with my 10 tips to be consistent on a raw vegan diet or just eating more fresh fruits and vegetables? What did you think? I want to hear from you. Put your comments down below. That helps out the YouTube algorithm, but also lets me know that I'm doing a good job. Should I make more videos about stories about how my friend who I'm coaching personally to transition to eating more fruits and vegetables? Should I make more videos using her as an example so I can help you guys out too? Did you like this? You want me to go back to making more recipes or more like raw food info that you're not going to hear on any other channels? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, of course, if you like this video, still hanging out to the end, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. More importantly, share this with other people that are not being successful on a raw vegan diet because they're using somebody else's information that may be too strict or not as accepting, so that they can get my information so that they can learn how to do it in a more gentle and effective approach that works based on my 28 years now of eating a raw vegan diet, helping people and seeing the results. Also, be sure to click that subscribe button right down below so you don't miss my new upcoming episodes upcoming every 5 to 7 days. You know where show up or what you'll be learning on my YouTube channel. And make sure you click the little bell so you get notified as many videos come out. Finally, be sure to check my past episodes. The past episodes are a wealth of knowledge. Over 700 episodes at this time on the channel dedicated to teach you guys all about how to eat more fresh, raw fruits and vegetables in your diet so that you guys get healthier. So with that, my name is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. We'll see you next time. And until then, remember, keep eating your fresh fruits and vegetables. They're always the best.